and welcome to the Withering Fact. Today's episode is number 32, and the date is February 17th, 2020. And I am Duds, or Duds Versus, known to the rest of the internet.
And I am Jimbo, also known as Jimbo Slice 23. We are going to be going over more snapshot news in this episode, but before we get to that, what have you been up to this week, Duds?
I've been up to some fun things and not so fun things at the same time. So, fun things, I built a carrot and potato farm that 100% originally my idea, though I did, after I finished building the farm, I do have to say, I went back and I was watching some other guys' carrot farms, and they kind of used the exact same thing I did. So I was I thought I was first in being smart. I definitely wasn't. I think Logical Geek Boy was one that I saw using. I think maybe Ray's Works, where I put a bell behind a villager and then a bunch of hopper minecarts in front of him, and then the trapdoor in front of that. So the farming villager would go up to the guy whenever it's like social time and throw carrots at the farmer. I thought I was being so original and cool.
That is a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, but nah, they beat me to it, so I'm going to give them credit here. I thought I was being awesome, but nah, they came up with that also. So, but it's a really cool design, and it does work. They put their trapdoors on top of the hopper minecarts to keep, because the big thing is the villager walks into the hopper minecarts and he starts bouncing them around.
Yeah.
So I put the trapdoor in front, but every once in a while the carrots would get stuck on it, so he would just pick them back up and not throw them again. And when I went back and I watched them, when I saw this, that they were doing the same thing, but their trapdoors were on top of the hopper minecarts. So they were the top hopper minecart and the trapdoor were sharing a block, and that kept the villager from walking into it and left all the space for them to throw carrots and potatoes at the other villager. So when I saw that, I went, that's the way I have to do it. I'm being dumb. So I changed that, but the farm is really cool in that it's not a generic everything's farmland and it's just one thing. What I did is I tried to make it as Suze, come on, man. 2 seconds into the recording. But I tried to make it look as good as it could. And then I brought in bees. So there's these flowers located everywhere, and these bees are now flying around, pollinating with the flowers and the crops, and villagers are moving around working. So it's a very lively area, which is really cool, except I found the bee radius from their nest or hive or whatever is huge. And they just take off. And I'm like, no, come back. Because where I have it is towards the back of my base. There's just a giant ravine back there. So they like fly over the edge of my base and drop 30 blocks into this ravine. I'm just like, well, I guess that guy's never coming back.
To go find a flower.
Yeah. Worst part is there are no flowers down there because I've removed them. So all the flowers are where they should be, but they still go venture out that way. They do come back. They do fly all the way up back to the nest. But yeah, so it was pretty cool. It was nice thinking I was coming up with my own farm. A lot of camera account work though, because like I said, it's towards the end of a season, so I'm basically spider webbing my way around my base doing these ice paths. Like the potato one, I was just gonna have the potato one join the carrot one, because I did the carrot one in the video, and I was like, the potato is exactly the same, and you're not going to want to see that again. So I just ended the video. Well, the potato one, I couldn't connect to the carrot one, so all the items just went into one path. So I had to take the potato one the opposite direction, and it hooks up to the iron farm. So like carrot or potatoes and iron travel the same path now, which is a weird giant loop around my base because of the way I've done it.
Be cool to x-ray that base.
I'm thinking about doing that for like the final episode of the season. Go into the camera account so you can just see how there's stuff everywhere.
See all the inner workings and all the dirty work.
Yeah. But on top of that, so I uploaded the video like Saturday night and set it up for release like at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. Well, at 7:30 Sunday morning, I got a notice saying that my video got copyright claimed.
What?
I was just like, how is that possible? The video's not even out yet. So what the heck? Supposedly my intro song is now a copyrighted song.
I noticed your video didn't have any music at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe he'll go back and fix it, but that must have been why.
That's what it was. The video was already out by the time I noticed the notification, and it already had like 7 or 8 views. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and remove the intro music. And it's like 10 seconds of quietness before I start talking. So I didn't see it as that big of a deal. But on the good news of that is I messaged the one and only Decoy, and he's going to let me poke through his audio library and use some of his music for my intro. So really excited about that.
Hopefully he doesn't copyright claim it.
Yeah, Decoy, don't copyright claim me, man. I'm going to have to stop calling you the Great One if you do that. Yeah, but other than that, I've been playing with Minimator some. If you guys are in the Discord, you saw at least one of the pictures I came up with. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff. Just goofiness all around. But what did you do this week?
Well, this week was Valentine's Day. So had a nice day out with the family. We had like a group Valentine's Day thing going on, and it was fun yet chaotic, not as romantic, but it was very entertaining with all the kids. And it was like there was 6 couples. We had our kids, and we pretty much took over the restaurant. It was pretty chaotic, but it was a good time, and we had a good time. Also, me and my wife, we're still on the 7 Days to Die kick.
Yeah, I was going to say, every time I see you on Discord, it says you're playing 7 Days to Die. I'm like, you must be having a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. Well, we're actually getting to where we have everything we need, and the game is starting to slow down. You know, it's like, what do we do now? You know, we're kind of getting to that point, and I just wanted to make that point because Minecraft doesn't have that. You know what I mean? Right. There's always something you can build and do in Minecraft, whether it's adventuring or, you know, building a farm or whatever. 7 Days to Die doesn't have that, but I just wanted to put that note out there that once you get so far on 7 Days to Die, it kind of, you lose interest, starting to a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun at the beginning, you know, you get all your skills up and stuff. Once your skills up, then what?
I played it a little bit, and I mean just a couple hours before I realized it kind of wasn't the game for me. But I see what you're talking about. I watch a lot of people playing the game, though. Like, it's a fun game to watch somebody stream or do YouTube on. I watch Neebs Gaming when it comes to their 7 Days to Die series. It's always fun. But their thing is when they get towards the end game, as you would call it, when you can't figure out what to do next, they're like, well, how many weird, dumb ways can we kill zombies? So they're building these stupid traps. I'm waiting for someone to come up with a zombie catapult. I mean, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. I might have to look into that. But yeah, we're on a server, so it's not like I can build whatever I want. You know, we got to look out for other members and stuff, and it's a public server. People come on daily. So it's something my wife wanted to do, join the server and stuff, and we've been having a lot of fun. But like I said, you know, we're almost at the end now, so I'm not too much sure how much I'll be playing that, especially with new Minecraft coming out and stuff.
You're gonna have to get her into Minecraft. Do the husband and wife survival series.
I was telling her that. I said, honey, you can get Minecraft now.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I don't know. If you're going to play 7 Days to Die, that's a good transition either way, you know, from Minecraft to that or that to Minecraft. But yeah, she's played it with me on the Xbox. I'm like, give it a shot on the computer. It's way better.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way I was. I think I've told this story a couple times, but when my friends came to me and like, hey, let's play Minecraft, I was like, that's the stupidest looking game I've ever seen of all time. I'm not playing Minecraft. And sure enough, it's now my favorite game of all time.
Yep. Same here.
I say that I love Battlefield, but I love playing with people I know on Battlefield, and that's kind of gotten really hard. So it's kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
Plus Minecraft, you can just do so much in it.
Mm-hmm. Especially the more stuff they add.
Yeah.
Did they add more stuff this week?
They did add some more stuff this week. Should we go ahead and hop into the news?
Yeah.
Man, look at that. That was a pro segment segue.
Bam.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you the alley-oop and you slam dunked.
Yeah, you did.
It's like Pippen to Jordan.
I wouldn't go that far. Especially in the podcast world. We're still tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this snapshot is 20W07A. And we're going to go through, just like we did last week, these are the listed features of the snapshot. Endermen can now pick up the new nether blocks, so the nylium, and I'm guessing the warp block, stuff like that. Endermen will no longer pick up Netherrack, though.
Yep.
Which I thought that was interesting. Of course, if you're on any kind of server, most of them all have Enderman griefing turned off anyways. They're just, no, not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. They gave Hoglins some actual brains. I want to say the last snapshot they were using like pig AI, so they just kind of roamed around. But now they have their own thoughts of trying to kill you whenever they can. Jimbo, I hear your pipes, man.
I think those are my pipes knocking.
Yeah, I was like, holy cow.
It did a little bit earlier, but hopefully they calmed down a little bit.
The next thing was they added piglins. Piglins are finally in the game. Not to be confused with zombie piglins, which still haven't technically been entered. It's still the zombie pigmen. So we'll see zombie piglins a little later. The wither can now be summoned using soil, just like soul sand. Nothing special there. Let's see. Netherite blocks can be used to power the base of a beacon, and netherite ingots can be used to fuel the beacon. Why you would ever want to waste precious netherite on a beacon, I have no clue.
No. Yeah, no reason for it.
Yeah, and piglins and hoglins are now required for the monster hunter and monsters hunted achievements and advancements.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So what you got on the features that came out with the snapshot?
Well, I noticed the Crimson Nether just got way more hostile.
Yeah.
And now, like, everything in the Nether can kill you still. You know, you think you get a passive mob, but turn it around on you. No, not the case.
You think you're getting out, but you ain't.
Nope. I do like the piglin animations. How they pick up the item and look at it. I thought that was a really cool touch. They throw you a little something and they pick it up and look at it.
It really is. I wish they would do the thing like dogs do, where they tilt their head to the side.
Yeah, they think about it. Yeah, I mean, they're thinking about it, you know, but if they tilt their head, it would definitely give them a little more thought. That'd be cool.
Maybe throw in a villager at the same time.
Or like a snort, because he's a pig. Yeah, but I'm with you on the beacon thing. That doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
It looks like a metal. You know, it's probably a precious metal, which is what powers the beacon. But it's way too valuable. You'll never get enough. Really, I mean, you probably could.
I'm
take you a long time.
Now, Cub Fan 135. Next season on Hermitcraft, we'll have a netherite beacon.
If anyone could do it, I bet it's him. Or like
Dude's
Nimbomb.
Insane.
Yeah, he really goes at it. But I know there's more news we're going to talk about here soon, and that's all I got for now with those updates.
All right. Well, let's hop into some listener comments. Every time I start writing the show out on Sundays, I put a little post in Discord asking if anyone has anything they'd like to talk about, whether it be pertaining to what we're going to talk about this week or not. And this one kind of fits nicely in between, because it's not really about the snapshot, but it's something we could talk a good deal about. So, Jamerman asked if we can talk about something about the design of resource packs and player skins. And I'm going to let you go first, Jimbo.
Well, I usually stick with a vanilla texture if I do any resource packs. I usually stick with that texture. I don't know. I think it's just to relate with the audience more. Mm-hmm. You know, if I build something, they can see it how it would be if they were to build it themselves. They don't have to research this texture pack to get something similar to what mine looks like. That's pretty much why I use that kind of texture pack. Yeah, I know they... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I 100% agree with you. If you're a channel that is building for people to see and kind of learn off you, I mean, that's how I learned how to do most of my building, is I watched False Symmetry like crazy. And it's obviously using the standard vanilla texture pack. Mm-hmm. Or, God, what was that one vanilla texture pack that everyone used for the longest time before they redid everything? It was like 32 by 32. I don't know. But yeah, I watched False because she's using the same standard texture pack basically that I was using. So it was really easy to learn from her. Now, if you go watch BOO's single player series, he's using his own custom texture pack. And the way he builds really uses that texture pack to its full advantage. But I'd have no clue how to build like that.
Uh-huh. And others at home couldn't replicate it exactly.
That's true.
But and then you see, like I've watched a YouTuber, it was Logical Geek Boy. He had his Nether bricks black.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know, I like the idea. It looks really good, all the builds, but you know, I wasn't for that because I can't, you know, use that block. You can use it, I can't. You know, it's not fun for me because I can't use it.
Well, yeah, and especially if you're playing on a server, if you're using a texture pack, what you build might look really good to you, but some random person's going to walk up and go, the heck is that?
Especially on a server, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the skins, when I made my skin, I wanted to pick out some features on myself to put on my person, just to have it define me a little bit. Mm-hmm. I have a mohawk on him because I did have a mohawk at the time. Yeah. It was slight. It was like a faux hawk kind of deal. So I wanted that, and I haven't seen that much in a player. Wanted to be a little different. You want to be a little unique. And the cheesy smile, because I like to laugh and you know, have a good time, which is why I have the suit, because I'm business, but I like to have a little fun. So my tie is a little undone.
Yeah.
That pretty much defines my character. And I think it's good for you to make your character based on yourself.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I'm known for changing my skin a lot. Mm-hmm. Basically, whatever season, if it's Christmas, I've got a Christmas skin on. If it's a new season on a survival multiplayer server, I generally change the skin for a new season. If I'm doing some kind of theme episode, like let's say the episode I finally got a trident, I think I dressed my guy up like Aquaman from the comic books. Mm-hmm. I have like, I don't know, 3 to 7 skins I haven't used yet that are just stupid looking skins. Like I had this skit planned out. I have a wandering trader skin for my guy that I was gonna do, but literally the day I created that wandering trader skin, Cubfan did like the exact same thing. Aww. And I was like, oh man, that's cool, because it shows I think a lot like Cubfan, but it's like, I'm not gonna do it now, I'll save it for later.
Yeah. That's another good thing. You can always change your skin too. Mm-hmm. You know, especially, I think it's same thing on Bedrock now. You know, you can customize your skins and stuff. But on Java, you can always go in and change your skin a little bit. If you want to be a completely different person, you can, you know, or if you, you know, just change it up a little bit, you can always go ahead and do that.
Yeah. And I always like to take full advantage of the double layer.
Yeah.
I see a lot of guys make skins and it's just on that single layer and everything looks really flat and stuff. I'm like, no, take advantage of the fact you got a double layer. You can make some 3D looking parts for your skin. Like on my character, he's usually always wearing gloves because I just think the nub at the end looks weird if you don't make gloves. So my gloves are 3D. A part of my shirt's 3D. The hair is 3D.
Yeah, I think it's just the hair on mine that's 3D. I did make a detective outfit, and I really missed the opportunity to make it 3D with my jacket. I made the skin. I changed the skin of it instead of the outside layer, a jacket over top the suit. That was a missed opportunity. I'd like to go fix that eventually.
Yeah, hang on. You guys are going to probably hear some ruffling because I'm noticing I'm coughing a lot this episode. So I'm digging in my desk drawer for a cough drop. So I'm sorry. I should have planned way ahead, but...
It's okay. I got pipes banging.
Yeah, it's a noisy episode for us this time. All right, but I think that's kind of it for J-Man's question. We're pretty simple when it comes to resource packs. So now it's the part where we would normally run a ad for our Discord, but Carl has come up he wrote a script for us that's basically saying exactly what I'm saying, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. He's saying, usually at this point in the show, we play a Discord ad, but with us reaching half a stack of episodes, we are running a survey over the next few weeks to find out what you guys think of the show.
The survey is going to help us keep the show fresh, and we will take all the feedback on board and use it to improve the show going forward. Here's Carl with more information about how to get involved.
Hi everyone. With a half stack of episodes under our belt, it's time to find out what you like and don't like about the show, so we can make the next half stack and more even better. To do this, we have put together our 2020 survey that will run from now until the 15th of March at 10 PM GMT. Join me on episode 36 with Duds and Jimbo for the results. A link to the survey is in the show notes and is also linked in our Discord server. Please get involved and let's take the Withering effect to the next level.
Alright, thank you, Carl. And guys, definitely go fill out the survey. We want you to be a part of the show as much as possible. And doing stuff like joining the Discord, voting for Block of the Week, doing this survey really helps us out. Speaking of Block of the Week, it's time for Block of the Week. We need like a special Block of the Week sound.
Yeah.
Like a little yay or something like that. Yeah. But we asked you guys in the Discord, which of the following blocks should we discuss this week? Your choices were Jukebox, Beacon, and Comparator.
And the winner is... Jukebox. Congratulations, yep. Jukebox.
The Jukebox was added in 1.014. There you go. I've never seen them get up as high as the teens in a revision. But to craft the jukebox, it's a diamond surrounded by any planks. This includes the new Nether logs, the warped logs, and the
nylium.
No, not nylium. That's the floor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
warped in the crimson wood.
Yes, that's it. Crimson was the other word I was looking for. So you can craft them with that. The jukebox actually has 12 states, one for each of the music discs, and an empty state. How I would improve the jukebox, to me, is pretty simple. I think this has been discussed by tons of people. I would add a hopper functionality to it. I would love to be able to pull a music disc out and put a music disc in. Now, I get maybe having a hopper drop into a jukebox would be a little weird. So I thought, well, a dispenser into a jukebox kind of makes sense, right? Because you would dispense a disc into the jukebox and then have a hopper pull it out. And then I also thought if you attach a lever to the jukebox, you should be able to quote-unquote pause the song.
Yeah.
So, but
or
yeah,
a button.
That's how I would improve the jukebox. You have any ideas, Jimbo?
Yeah, I do agree with all that. That's really good. The only thing I would think about doing is maybe you can somehow record your own Minecraft music with the jukebox and be able to play it on a disc. I don't know if this is disc related or jukebox related, but maybe you can record stuff with the jukebox and not just play things. Like, for instance, Decoy makes great music on Minecraft and throughout the game, and maybe he can somehow record that with the jukebox and be able to make a disc, his very own disc. Or maybe you can have voices, maybe you have a message and you give someone a disc and it's like a voice message. You could play it through the jukebox. Thought that'd be a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to have like a blank disc and you put it in the jukebox, maybe with, I don't know, you'd have to have something to know to start recording sound or whatever. But that could be really cool if you could start kind of making your own Minecraft music using note blocks and have it saved on a disc. I'm pretty sure you could customize the discs using resource packs.
Yeah, so probably.
You could always do that. But yeah, I like your idea of being able to record things live. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah, besides that, I don't play with the jukebox as much. I mean, they're pretty stationary. You put them somewhere, you play your discs. There's really not much functionality to it besides that. Be nice to see a little bit more.
I don't think I've ever crafted a jukebox.
I might have once or twice.
Yeah, I've done the note box several times, but not the jukebox.
Yeah, I think it's when I got a parrot and I wanted to see him dance. That's probably the best part about the jukebox. Is the parrots dancing.
Yeah, I might have done that now that I think about it. All right, so should we go ahead and get into the chunk of what we're going to talk about today?
Shoot.
All right, guys, so we're doing the snapshot just like we did last week, but with the new snapshot. So if you're wanting to follow along with us, we're on Minecraft's main page. Link will be in the show notes. Let me get all set up here. Okay, so we're going to talk about Hoglins first. The Hoglins are the big aggressive beasts that live in the Crimson Forests. They attack players on sight, so be careful. They can easily knock you off the ledge. They do deal a decent amount of damage. I saw that. You can breed Hoglins by feeding them crimson fungi. Do so at your own risk because they do attack you. They drop pork and sometimes leather, but obviously you have to kill them. They're not bartering like piglins. Hoglins will be hunted by the piglins, which I think is really cool. But it's not like whenever a piglin sees a hoglin, it just immediately starts attacking it. They kind of, from what I'm seeing on some videos, that the piglins wait for maybe an outside, or what do you want to call it, a hoglin to get a little bit removed from the pack, and then make sure they have enough numbers to kill the hoglin really quick, which I think is extremely smart AI.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about how zombies work nowadays, and they're just like, chase you around.
Pathfinding.
Exactly. Baby hoglins like to pretend they're tough, which is true, but from what I saw, that they'll still attack you, but they only deal like half a heart of damage compared to like the 4 that the adult version does. And then hoglins hate the smell of warped fungi. But I want to put out there that just holding the warped fungi doesn't work. You have to place it down.
Yeah.
So don't run around holding it thinking, oh, I'm safe, because you're just going to die. So what do you like, Jimbo, about the hoglin?
Well, the best part about the hoglin is he has a really cool mohawk.
Yeah.
That's the best part. It goes clear down his back, and it looks pretty cool. Of other words, but cool is what I'm going to say. I like the fact that they're scared of the warp nylium. I like.
You mean
fungi? I like how, or yeah, isn't
the nylium is like the grass?
Yeah, they're not scared of that.
No, they just won't spawn on it.
Okay, yeah. Well, I like the fact that they have that. They're scared of something, or But I like that mechanic of each mob having something, a weakness, pretty much.
You can tell Mojang's getting smarter in the way they're developing their new mobs. It's no longer how many ways can we kill you? It's like, what can you do to defend yourself now?
Yeah. Yeah, there's always a way out, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
The Hoglins, one thing what I don't like about the Hoglins is you can't tame them. I'd like to be able to ride one.
That would be very cool.
I was thinking maybe you could put a golden carrot on a fishing pole. Mm-hmm. I think I've heard this somewhere. Put a carrot, in a saddle. How you have a regular carrot in the overworld, have a golden carrot, and they would be tameable with the golden carrot. I thought that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
And like I said, once again, everything in the Nether, even the Hoglins now, can kill you. So
yeah, the Nether is very much a dangerous place still.
Yeah, so that sucks. But I do like them. The babies are adorable. I like how they give you only half a heart, just to give them a little bit of something. I don't know. I think they're pretty cool overall.
Yeah. For likes and dislikes, I kind of have the fact that they're dangerous as a like, because I think it's really cool that it's kind of a new hostile mob. But as a dislike, I also have the aggressiveness. I kind of felt like it would be a cool mob that would attack you if provoked, but if you left it alone, like you said, maybe I could tame it and ride it. That would be really cool. Again, with the Mohawk, I think the design of the Hoglin looks really cool. The tusks and everything is pretty sweet. I'm happy with it. It feels kind of like a smaller Nether version of a Ravager, which is awesome. I like the fact that it's another way to get leather, especially considering. So I watched a lot of Ray Works this week preparing for the podcast, and he came up with a really cool Hoglin farm. So basically, if you go above the Nether and you're still in the Crimson Forest, and you put a ton of jack-o'-lanterns down, so basically the entire floor is light blocks. The only things that'll spawn up there are Hoglins.
Ooh.
So you can make a Hoglin farm really easy with just a platform way up in the Nether and have a sweeping arm push these Hoglins off. And, I mean, just massive amounts of leather and pork chops.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, he came up with, you only need 4 blocks of lava to cook the Hoglins too, so you could have cooked pork chops at the same time.
Wow. Yeah. I did want to mention, because you mentioned above the Nether, you could still use that biome. Now, I wanted to mention that these biomes are now like vertically.
Yeah.
Like you can go up and down and go into different biomes. Usually it's horizontal, left or right, but they're starting to put these biomes vertically. So it gives you a little I don't know. It gives you a little more faith in the cave update. You know,
yeah, that's something I didn't catch on the update last week. Is I didn't realize that it's like they're calling this the 3D biome effect or 3D generation.
Yeah.
So, and I'm with you. I think this is leading to the cave update. Like this was a good test for it. Let's see what else about the Hoglins. I didn't like that you couldn't carry the warped fungi. That you had to place it down, and I didn't like the fact that I had to carry that anyways. Because on top of having to carry like a gold set of armor now to deal with piglins, I now have to carry this stupid mushroom to protect myself from Hoglins. Yeah. Another thing was I felt it was a missed opportunity that they didn't drop their tusks or husks. I don't know. I don't know how to say that word now. My brain's just stopped. I wrote that in the notes, but so one of the things is I listen to the Spawn Chunks on my Patreon or theirs, whatever, but I try not to listen to their podcast till after we recorded our podcast because I don't want to basically sound like I'm echoing everything they say. except for this week. I listened to it because I was bored at work. I was like, I've got to have something. So I listened to this week, and I'm glad I did, because they mentioned the fact that Hoglins don't drop their tusks. And they mentioned that it could be because they don't want real poaching to come from the game, which I kind of agree with. You don't want that stuff happening in real life. But at the same time, they did mention you put 24 cows in a pen and drop them through lava on a regular basis in Minecraft.
Yeah.
So,
That's
I get it, point. But I don't get it at the same time. I just think it would have been really cool. But, yeah. Also, pork chops. I mean, we already have pork chops. It'd be cool to have, like, Hoglin steak. Or, again, let me craft some food with the honey I'm now harvesting from bees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that.
So
pork chops just seem so, what's the word I'm looking for?
It's so 2012.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just so old school, we got pork chops already.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone I know now it's either steak or golden carrots.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once I have a gold farm, I don't eat anything other than golden carrots.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I go with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Should we hop into Piglins?
Yeah, sure.
So, Piglins. Let's see here. Piglins are an aggressive civilization that live in the Nether. They mostly hang around the Crimson Forest, but you might find some in Nether Waste too. Nether Waste is obviously the old Nether biome that we've become so used to. They think players are a target and will attack on sight, but if you dress in gold armor, they will see you as a respectable, or at least tolerable figure. They love gold. They're basically Gollum from Lord of the Rings with gold.
Mm-hmm. Or gold member from Austin Powers.
Gold member.
I love gold.
I love gold. Some people are just like, I know they did not quote Austin Powers.
Sure did.
We did. What are you going to do about it? Piglins are suspicious of strangers, and if they see you opening a chest or mining a block of gold, they will assume you're stealing and will attack. I'm not a big fan of this, but I am at the same time, because it kind of makes raiding their little village hard.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole mining a block of gold, are they going to have just blocks of gold sitting out?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Where would you mine blocks of gold? I've never seen gold, even in the snapshots, I feel like they had to set it down to mine it.
But this also brings me to the fact that with, quote-unquote, a cave update may be coming, wink, wink, nod, nod, punch, punch, I think they should take gold out of the overworld and put it in the Nether like they did Quartz. Quartz wasn't in the overworld, but I think gold should be in the Nether too.
Maybe keep it in the mesa, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because you might need some above ground.
That's true.
Eventually. I mean, it's not hard to get to the Nether, Mm-hmm. It might be easier to go to the Nether to get gold than the mesa.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to find a mesa. Well, once you find a mesa, gold's pretty abundant, but I do like that. I like that idea.
I mean, yeah, maybe leave it in the overworld, but add it as a block to mine in the Nether. So then you would have quartz, gold, and netherite. So that's a cool combination.
Or maybe because there's no gold in the Nether, that's why they're so fond of it.
Oh, good point.
Maybe that's the storyline of it.
Yeah, that adds to some lore.
Yeah.
Piglins obviously love gold and get very distracted by gold items. I think we talked about this earlier. You throw gold down in front of them, they pick it up and they stare at it, walk around. It's so adorable.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite part.
Yeah. Gold ingots are currency. So when you throw a golden ingot at them, they'll throw you a various selection of goods. We'll talk about some farming aspects of that here in a second. Piglins sometimes get hungry and they'll hunt the Hoglins for food. We talked about this a little bit. I think somebody broke it down and said it's not really a hunger level. It's a AI pathing thing. Or maybe that was just a lucky guess by that person based on the results. Let's see. Piglins prefer to hunt and fight in groups. And when a fight is happening, everybody wants to join in. Basically, just like punching a zombie pigman in the Nether, they'll all hunt you down. Piglins that somehow end up in the overworld will become zombified really quickly. I kind of felt like that's sucky, but yeah. Piglins are creeped out by soul fire and zombified piglins, so they run away whenever possible. That's really cool. The fact that piglins are scared of blue fire. Also,
they're not from that biome.
Yeah,
so it makes sense.
That's very true. Didn't think about that. More lore.
Yeah.
So going on with some more lore. Wither skeletons are a historic enemy of piglins and will attack on sight, which I think is really cool. I thought this would have some farming aspects, but it doesn't. Unless you really want coal and bones.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they drop the heads, even with a looting sword in their hand. I think it's got to be a player kill.
Yeah, and like the Hoglins, baby piglins are not as dangerous, but they can be mischievous. I'm taking it as when you're not looking at them, they try to punch you in the back. And it says they like to play with baby Hoglins. I haven't watched a video where they've caught that on camera yet. They've caught them just kind of like standing around each other.
Yeah, they kind of run around a little bit, but they don't seem to be like in sync like baby villagers will play with each other.
Yeah.
That's all I noticed. Be cool to have a little bit of animation involved in it.
Yeah. So, for my likes and dislikes, I like the fact that it gives another purpose for gold other than what I would use it for, which is just golden carrots and basically a beacon block if I was low on iron. I like how the barding system includes quartz flowers. I think having many ways to get quartz is an awesome thing, especially for multiplayer servers. I thought the hunting party idea was really cool, and I can't wait to like just stumble upon that happening in game. I like how wither skeletons have an enemy now and can be attacked. And I like how they're trying to make baby versions of the adults different. So how it's not like baby zombies where it's basically the exact same thing, but faster. It seems like it seems like they're trying to be a little different. The dislikes are the fact that you have to be wearing the gold armor for them to attack you. I said I like that it gives a use for gold, but again, having to carry an extra set of armor on me just kind of sucks.
Yep.
Especially if you have netherite, because if you have netherite, you had to build the netherite armor with the gold, because you have to make netherite with gold. So I think that should kind of offset piglins.
Yeah, you think they'd be okay with that type of armor because it does have gold involved, but
yeah,
I never noticed that.
And then the piglins becoming zombified in the overworld. It's like, I'm so used to zombie pigmen, I don't want more of them.
Yeah, it'd be nice to bring one to the overworld. I know what you mean.
But what about you? What do you like and dislike?
Well, again, I love the animations. Animations are the best part, I think, about the piglins. How, that they look and think about, contemplate what they're holding in their hand. I just think that's so cool. I like how it makes obsidian and quartz renewable and other items as well. I mean, the obsidian and quartz is what I was more focused on. I know flint and gravel also are now renewable.
Yeah, I've pulled up the little bartering sheet. When we get done doing the likes and dislikes, I'll break down what exactly they barter for.
Okay.
Like that. So if people are wondering, we got you a rundown.
Yeah. I didn't write anything like that down, but the obsidian quartz I know are harder for them to barter with. You're not going to get as many of those, but
yeah,
it's cool to know that you can get that if you were to make a farm of some sort. And I love the fact that they fight the wither skeletons. Like you said, it gives them a little lore.
Yeah.
And they're scared of the pigmen. So, again, it goes with the whole how it gives them a weakness. A strength and a weakness. It's not really a strength. The wither skeletons will fight back. The skeletons aren't scared of the pigmen or the piglins, but I just think that's a really cool addition. My dislikes, I do like how they're distracted by the gold. I think that goes along with the animations, though.
Yeah.
I did write that down. The dislikes are, like you said, I gotta wear gold now. It's only one piece of armor you have to wear, but again, you gotta carry armor around. And you can't really keep it in a chest because they don't want you to get in the chest, whether you're getting gold out or what. You know, they don't want you to get in the chest. And that's another thing. I have to be careful where I put these chests.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. And I'm wondering, will they attack you if you place an ender chest down? What about a shulker box? Do they consider a shulker box a chest? Are they going to attack you for that? I
did think about that, but I didn't write that down. But yeah, that's another point. Is it just regular chest? What about the new chests? What are they? The fisherman.
Oh, barrels.
Barrels. Yeah, those two. So that's something I didn't hear from anyone about. You think someone would have brought that up, but yeah, that's pretty much it though. I'm with you with the zombified piglins in the overworld. Not too fond of that, but I guess it gives it another functionality. But I'm never going to want pigmen in the overworld, so probably not going to bring the piglins over. Yeah,
so let's go ahead and jump into farming these piglins, because that's the big thing I loved watching. I've put a link in the show notes about Ray's works. Like I said, I watched a lot of his stuff this week, and I thought he did a really good job breaking down some of the cool stuff you can do with the piglins. One is, so you throw a gold ingot at the pigman, or piglin, I should say. The piglin will then throw you a random item it has in its inventory. These random items, they are broken into 4 sections, and they're weighted, which means basically what percentage of a chance you're going to get this item. So let's call it super common items, or about 10% chance you're going to get this item, includes soul sand, red mushroom, brown mushroom, flint, rotten flesh, crimson fungi, and nether brick. No one wants any of that junk.
Yeah, who wants rotten flesh? More of that. Jeez.
The 5% drop, or the third highest chance, would be a shroomlight, fire charge, gravel, raw pork chop, leather, or warped fungi. To me, that's a lot better. I like the idea of the shroomlight. I think I would use that more than I would glowstone, even though I think it's kind of a lost texture at the same time. Gravel's always a great thing to get, especially if you don't live in a gravel biome like I did this season.
Yeah, it helps with concrete building blocks.
Same thing with leather. I was always low on leather this season. So, the more ways to get leather, the better. The second rarest items you can get, or a literal 2% chance of them dropping, is glowstone dust, magma cream, and ender pearl. I also forgot to mention that they will drop multiple quantities. Like gravel they would drop 4 to 12 quantities, or leather they drop 2 to 7, flint 3 to 8. Most things are 1 to 4, except for a shroomlight will always be 1, fire charge would always be 1, and then these coming up, the rarest of the rare, the 1% chance of dropping: warped nylium, nether quartz, flour, and obsidian. The warped nylium is a 1 quantity, the obsidian is a 1 quantity, and the nether quartz flour is a 1 to 4 quantity. Why warped nylium is in there, I don't know.
No, I'll never understand that.
Yeah. Crimson nylium's not. So it's kind of like, and why is it weighted so heavy? Is that saying like the warped forests are going to be a rare forest?
Yeah, and if they're so like, they don't go to the warp forest at all, why are they carrying around the warped nylium? Know how
that's
they would get
point.
Some. Maybe it's rare to them, so that's why they feel like they have to give it to us with obsidian or the quartz.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more lore. I don't know.
So the farm Raiseworks came up with was he had these piglins at above the Nether. I don't think you had to be above the Nether. It's just the way his farm was working. They would be atop this drop chute. They would spit out a piece of gold. The piglin would obviously drop an item, and then he would drop the piglin where they would splat on a hopper, and then the piglin would immediately drop the gold ingot you just gave them.
Mm-hmm.
So he would take the item the piglin just bartered, put that in a sorting system, take the gold ingot, cycle it back up to the top where the piglin was, spit out another gold ingot to another piglin, have the piglin drop another item, and then drop the piglin and kill him again. Take that same gold ingot, go up to the top. It's just constant
cool.
cycle. Yeah. I think this is a bug, though. I think you'll find in the final release that once you kill a piglin, they're not going to drop that gold ingot.
Yeah.
It's just too easy of a hack. But I immediately, when I heard about the system, thought about, well, this is just an add-on to a gold farm. So you build the normal donut gold farm, except you kind of have to be picky of what blocks you build with. So it come to find out piglins can't spawn on magma blocks. So basically you can do the donut ring and magma blocks, and only zombie piglins will spawn. So you would have the normal gold farm, and then what you can do is filter out the gold ingots, and instead of like saving the gold ingots, you can push them into a piglin zombie holding cell, spit them at the piglins, and the piglins will just constantly drop items that they're bartering. You don't have to worry about killing the piglins because, I mean, they're going to drop items anyways, and you're constantly creating gold ingots. I think that's a very cool farm idea.
Yeah. It's like having your cake and eating it too.
Yeah, especially the nether quartz. Granted, you're going to have to run that farm a lot to get a bunch of nether quartz. But the fact that we have villagers that trade the blocks, so if you're wanting to build, you can get a lot of nether quartz blocks quickly. And now that you have nether quartz flowers, the redstoners who use a lot of nether quartz for the redstone components have a way to renew quartz that way. I remember early in the season when I was giving away shulker boxes with random prizes in it in the embassy/shop area. I had a full shulker box of nether quartz ore as one of the giveaway items, and then I went, no, I'm going to need that. So I just kept it. And sure enough, it lasted all season. I think I'm down to like 7 or 8 stacks left.
Wow. Yeah, I was thinking about the whole farming, the piglins, the bartering farm. What if they made it kind of like the villagers, where if you hit them, like you killing them, which is what you're doing, well, you're kind of dropping them. I don't know if that'd be the same thing, but they wouldn't trade. You could throw them gold and they just take it at that point.
That's true.
Like maybe you can't kill them, or maybe dropping them's okay. I think you can do that with villagers. They wouldn't see it as a kill; it would see it as like an accident.
But yeah, if you punch one of them, they just get mad, and they take your gold and snort at you, and that's it.
Yeah. No, I'm getting this back.
Yeah, that's an awesome idea. I really like that idea. But other than that, I think that's kind of it for the show. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, nothing that I can think of.
I will put in, remember guys, we have a survey. Please go do that survey for us. We really appreciate that part. But yeah, Jimbo, read us out.
The show is brought to you by myself and Duds, but also our digital producer, Carl. He makes sure the show ends up where it should be.
Jimbo, you're reading my lines.
I know. What? Is it that part first? That's what I was like, wait a second. Does he want me? You want me to go first?
No.
You want me to read my part first?
Yeah, you're always first.
Okay, and I'm always blue.
Yeah.
I am always first. What in the world?
It's just been that kind of off day where we both had a bunch of noise in the background.
Maybe they need to turn this heat down. These pipes are starting to get to me. Okay. If you like the show, you could share it with all your friends and on social media. If you listen to Spotify, follow us, or if you listen to Apple Podcasts, leave us a nice review. Doing any of these really helps the show reach more listeners. If you would like to get in contact with the show, send us an email to podcast@rippleeffectsmp.com. Tweet us or join our Discord where you can have a chat with everyone who works on the show and fellow listeners. The links are all in the show notes.
Yes, and my line now. This show's been brought to you by Jimbo and myself. Should have been your first clue that it wasn't.
I don't know why I thought I or you went first. I don't know. Good.
Yeah. But also our digital producer, Carl, he helps make sure the show ends up where it should be and not trapped in a crimson forest. The amazing music you hear in the intro and outro was created by the one and only Decoy. Everybody's social media info can be found down in the show notes. You guys have been so awesome. Thank you so much for getting withered with us. Go drink your milk. Bye.
See you later.